Hey guys, how's it going? What's up? It's Alisha here from AlishaLeytem.com, and I'm super excited because I have such a great topic for you guys. If you want to learn I have a ton of things I can share with you about this, but I'm going to share with you my top 3 natural solutions to help you sleep better at night. So I know that this is a really big issue that a lot of people have, which is not sleeping very well at night, having a lot of issues in the body when you're sleeping, maybe not sleeping throughout the night, or having troubles falling asleep, and all of those things. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that can help. And again, I could give you a lot, but I have to narrow it down to 3. So if you're struggling with that, let me know. If you're brand new to my broadcast, can you just drop me a 1 below so I can give you a shout out and say hi? If you're brand new to my work, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Alisha Leytem, and it's my mission to help as many people as I can to live more Zen lives. I love teaching and empowering and inspiring people to use natural solutions and spirituality to enhance every aspect of who they are to be more healthy, Zen, and abundant. So now that we have this out of the way, let's dive into sleep as a spiritual practice and the things that you can do to help. Okay, so here's the thing. Hi, Kim and Krista. I love you guys. Okay, so rule number 1. Not a rule, but just this is what you got to do. Okay, first and foremost, when our sleep isn't going very well and when we're having some troubles like, sleeping, whatever it is, any issue related to sleep, the biggest thing is that we aren't making it a priority. Okay, you're not making it a priority. So we have to come back to remembering why sleep is so important and how it's actually a spiritual practice. So remember these truths, okay? So the first thing, there's a lot of things, but the one thing is when you're sleeping, your entire body is regenerating itself. Okay, so it's giving you energy, it's healing itself. Our bodies are very smart, and we just have to give it the tools to support itself to do the thing that it needs to do on its own. Okay, and so usually when we give it the tools that it needs, it can do its thing. So when we're sleeping, it's regenerating cells and healing our body. Okay, it's also naturally detoxing all the things from our bodies. So it's naturally detoxifying, it's naturally balancing your hormones, okay? So your hormones directly impact your mood, they directly impact how your behavior, your menstrual cycle, your headaches, every aspect of yourself, your skin, you guys. You want clear skin? Focus on your sleep. So remember all of these things, how important it is, and all of the benefits that sleep has for you. Also, on a spiritual aspect to it, when you're sleeping and you allow yourself to get into that deep sleep, you're able to, thanks for the heart, Tammy, I love you. Hey guys, hello. Okay, P.S. I got a brand new selfie stick for my videos now. Watch out for a lot of videos. Isn't this exciting? You probably can't tell, but before, I was putting my phone on top of all of my angel cards. And I have all my angel cards here. I should have taken a picture of it because now I'm done with it, but I seriously had so many decks of angel cards, and I would just set my phone on top and talk to me. Okay, anyway, sorry, back to the program. What was I saying? Oh, so remember how important it is, right, for your sleep, okay? Just remember that. So the first thing then is to make your sleep a non-negotiable. So if you don't have this yet, have a non-negotiable, this is the latest time that I will go to bed during an average night. This doesn't have to be every single night, but have an average time that okay, this is a time that I'm about to wind down and go to sleep. You'd be very surprised at when you really start to think about it and you ask yourself, well, what time do I go to bed? Do I make it a priority? Is it just kind of when I stop scrolling through my phone that I'll go to bed? Do I intentionally do it? Do I why can't I say that right now? Intentionally wind down and prepare myself for sleep. So that's the first thing, is to make it a non-negotiable. And here are some tips within this first thing of things that you can do to help this be a non-negotiable. So one thing is to choose a time. Choose a time that you're going to say that you're going to start to unwind for bed, and then a time that is like, this is the, lights out final time that I'm going to do. Another thing you can do is to set an alarm or a reminder that, hey, it's time to start unwinding, because sometimes we have so much to do. There's, so many things we can get done, and then we just lose track of time, and then the time we just lose it, right? So to prevent that, if you set yourself a reminder that, okay, I'm about to wind down, then you can more intentionally go and do the things that you need to do. Does this make sense? So there's a difference between, like, if if there are any entrepreneurs out there like I am, some nights I have a project that I want to work on, and so I'll say, okay, I am going to stay up later tonight to work on this, but the difference is I am intentionally doing that. I'm not just mindlessly doing it. So it's all about setting your intention of what is important to you, okay? So if you feel like there's like never enough time, just remember this truth that you always make time for things that are a priority to you and that are really important to you, okay? And also remember, like, how much better you feel in the morning. Obviously. So making a priority, making it just like a non-negotiable. Think about other things that are non-negotiable to you right now that are just like second nature. Brushing your teeth, that's a non-negotiable, Eating, probably, that's a non-negotiable. So when you can like get into this habit of making your sleep, the time that you go to bed or how long it is, a non-negotiable, then it's going to be hard at first because you're making a change and that feels uncomfortable, okay? Changes are uncomfortable to do at first, but the more you do it, the more you get into this routine, then you normalize it. And the more normal it is, then your body is going to recognize that, and you're much, much better equipped to sleep throughout the night and to have better sleep when you do it. And it becomes this really enjoyable practice. It becomes this enjoyable, spiritual, like spa-like thing that you are doing for yourself. It's a self-care act, okay? It is a massive act of self-care, and when you do engage in self-care, that is turning into massive acts of self-love. Okay, I could go on and on about that, but we're going to move on to the next one. What do you guys think about this one? And I'm going to check over here, see if there are any comments, because for some reason I can't see them on my phone right now. What do you guys think about the first one? Let me know. Drop it down low. Okay, so let's move on to the second massive tip to help you sleep, okay? This tip is you have to have some rituals that help you to wind down and go to bed. So if you do this mistake, let us know. Just drop an emoji. This mistake is that you just go from doing, whether you're on your phone or working or talking or anything, just doing, to going just like brushing your teeth and getting into bed. Drop an emoji if you do that. Or give me a like or something. Just give me some feedback. That would be good. I'm going to pretend that you're doing that. Okay, great. So, when you're doing that, you're not giving yourself a chance to unwind. There's a reason it's called unwind for a reason. We're all wound up from the day, totally wound up, and then all of a sudden we just expect our brains to be able to shut off and then go to sleep. Okay? It's just not going to work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to take care of yourself and let yourself, okay, Kim used to do that, Heather does that, thank you for the feedback, perfect. I know there are a lot of people who are watching this who feel this way too, right? So it doesn't work like that. You have to be able to give yourself a chance to wind down. So what does winding down look like? Well, one of my favorite things to do to wind down is turning the lights down low. Turning the lights down low. So usually if I have people over at my place like after dinner, and I have all of the lights kind of dimmed, they're like, what are you doing? Turn the lights on, make it brighter. I'm like, no. This is my body's natural rhythm. I am like slowly starting to wind down. Even if it's like 3 hours before I go to sleep or even 2, like it helps to have those dimmer lights. There's a reason that like we made those for homes and when we have those kind of lights, because our body naturally learns and knows to like wind down with the lower amount of light that there is around us. Okay, so winding it down. Another thing, of course, I know you guys have heard this, but I have to share it with you, which is to give yourself a curfew for your electronics. So if you can't necessarily completely part with your phone, I'm guilty of this. I don't do it every single night, or not do it every night, but to turn off the TV and at least to close your computer, because we want to give our brains a break. And so what I like to teach people is you don't have to like stop. It's harder to like just not do something than it is to add something in. It's way easier to add something in. So add something in to your nighttime routine that can help you unwind intentionally. So one really great way to do this, I'm going to give you three within tip number 2. Okay, so one way to do this is to journal. If you guys don't have a gratitude journal yet, I highly recommend that you get one, because this is so important for you to just process the day. So this is another thing that I find that people end up waking up so much in the middle of the night from, because they didn't give their brain a chance to unwind, and then they're overthinking, and then your mind just wakes you up in the middle of the night, and then you can't get back to sleep. So what's the solution? The solution is to get those thoughts from your mind onto your paper before you then go to sleep. And so one thing is, of course, to gratitude journal, right? To write out the things that you're grateful for. Here's the kicker: that happened that day. That happened that day. So that's what I like to write is, I'm so happy and grateful that this thing happened today, because this happened and I love this and blah, 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 blah. I'm so happy and grateful that this happened and whatever. But it's really important that you're writing it down, because you have to go slower, and then you are able to like feel that emotion a lot more. Versus like typing it into your phone or doing something else. So when you're writing that, and you're also writing what you're grateful for what happened that day, you're giving yourself a chance to reflect on the day. You're reflecting on the day. And then, get this, when you reflect on the day and you're looking back and like, oh, I'm so grateful that happened, I'm so grateful that this happened, and this was great, and blah, 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 then you're giving your mind permission to shut down, because it now has that closure from the day. Like, you're giving your brain and your mind closure. It's really powerful, you guys. So give your mind some closure and write down the things that you're grateful for that had happened that day. So another thing that you can do that helps a ton, of course, is to read. Now, I don't recommend reading any like books that are too like violent, even if they're just fiction. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't want to give yourself anything violent into your mind, or like too stimulating, even if you're reading before you go to bed. You want to make sure you're reading something like gentle and loving and calm. So this is why I personally really like to read like self-help books before I go to bed, especially like Wayne Dyer, Gabby Bernstein, just books that really feed your mind with good positive thoughts. And this is what's going to be embedded into your subconscious while you're sleeping. Because while you're sleeping, it's like the last few things that you did is going to continue to like go into you, and that's going to like fuel your beliefs and fuel how you feel the next day. So if you want to feel better the next day, it's not just like how great a sleep you had, it's what you did to prepare yourself for how great a sleep you're about to have, okay? And then the last thing I'm going to say for you that you can do to help you to unwind before you go to bed is to take Epsom salt baths, okay? Take an Epsom salt bath. If you guys are not taking salt baths yet, what are you doing? 1, 2, go take an Epsom salt bath. Here's why. One thing is our bodies, especially women, we tend to be really, really low on a mineral called magnesium. And magnesium is really important for us to be able to fall into a deep sleep and stay in this deep sleep. And so when you get into an Epsom salt bath before you go to bed for at least 30 minutes, you want the bath to be as hot as possible, and put in unscented, you guys, unscented. Do not buy any Epsom salt baths that have, or Epsom salts that have like essential oils in them. Just don't do that, please, because that's just full of like crap and synthetics, and that's gonna impact like how you sleep. But put that into the bath, get into the bath, and turn on some like relaxing spa music, because this is giving your body a chance to unwind, and you're also soaking up all of that magnesium, which is then relaxing all of your organs in your body, okay? And then the key is you're relaxing your organs, you're literally and naturally reducing the stress, you're naturally and organically getting more sleepy and feeling like you can let go. Energetically, the salt is helping you to let go, but also like the magnesium and the water is helping you to relax and unwind. And then when you can let go and then you do go into bed, you are in that state like you prepped yourself to go to sleep. Does that make sense? What do you guys think? What do you think? So let me know which of those things I just gave you is your favorite one that you're going to try. Of the so that was tip number 2. I gave you 3 different things you can do to help you unwind. Okay, let me give you a recap of that, and then we'll dive into the 3rd natural solution to help you sleep better at night. So the 3 things you can do to unwind, 1 is to gratitude journal the things that you're grateful for that happened that day. And again, this is helping you to bring closure to the day, okay? The second one is to read a very calming and soothing book. Don't read any like agitating or stimulating fiction. And then the 3rd thing to do is to take a clearing Epsom salt bath, and to make sure that you're using natural unscented salt in the bath as hot as possible. And then while you're in the tub, bonus points if you turn on some really calming and relaxing music. If you do like to listen to a podcast, I do like to do that sometimes. If I feel like I've been taking in too much information for the day, then I don't, but that can help. Okay, and so you guys, the final thing, and if you have questions, just let me know. But the final thing I want to share with you that can help you with your sleep is essential oils. You guys, using the right essential oils before you go to sleep is a total game changer. I cannot even tell you how much better I sleep at night since using the world's best essential oils, and also my husband. So I've always been like a pretty good sleeper, but my husband has not been. And when a student introduced me to these essential oils, these specific essential oils that I use, 2 years ago, he has been able to sleep so much better, like throughout the night, and he works in a very like high stress travel job, and it helps him so much. And so we're both really passionate about teaching people how to use them to help you go to sleep. So yes, using essential oils. So there's 3 ways that you can use essential oils to help you sleep better at night. 1, of course, is to diffuse. So diffusing throughout the night is really important and really beneficial because you're continuing to breathe in that essential oil, the right essential oil, into your limbic brain, which is impacting your emotions and helping you to like immediately release the stress from the day. Our sense of smell is one of our senses that we're just starting to learn about the impact and the power that it has on us. And it's very, very, very powerful for helping you to shift into the state that you want to shift into, which of course right now for sleep is really, really powerful. So putting on your diffuser, I recommend you put it on about 15 to 20 minutes before you go to bed in your bedroom. So honestly, this is a big routine that I do, is I'll put on my diffuser in my bedroom, and then I'll go take a salt bath for about 30-45 minutes. And then I'll come into my bedroom and the room will just feel like a spa. Everything will smell like the oil that I put in there. It's specific oil for sleep, and I can just immediately unwind, let go of everything from my business. If you guys have a high stress job, you know what it's like to like have everything kind of running through your head and still thinking about the things you could have done for the day and the things you have to do tomorrow. And so it just, all of that is able to let go, okay? And then you want to put the right essential oil onto the bottoms of your feet. So putting 1 drop of this specific blend that I use for sleep on the bottoms of my feet, get up into my bloodstream, and then help to relax and go to sleep time. Like, you just really knock yourself out. It's absolutely amazing when you find the right oil. Please also remember too that just because you hear that one oil is good for something doesn't mean that it's like going to work for you exactly. So our bodies are very different from one another, and so we need to make sure that we're being patient as we find the right one. So that's why it's important when you do get oils that you work with someone who helps you to find the right one for certain things that you're working through, because I'm sure there's a million of them that you don't know when you're first learning this that can help you, and you just have to like work through that together. So it's really, really important, okay? But yeah, putting that onto the bottoms of your feet is super helpful. And then the third thing that I like to do is I have a DIY like sheet spray that I keep a specific blend of oils in specifically for sleep. So I'll spray that on me and my husband's pillow. I'll put the oil on the bottoms of my feet, and then my diffuser is running. I just got out of a salt bath with essential oils in the salt bath, and then I put on lotion with oils onto my body, and then I get into bed. And you guys, I sleep like a rock, and I have a lot going on up here too, okay? And it helps so much. So much. So those are my biggest tips for you guys to sleep better at night. The 3 big things. 1, make it a non-negotiable, make it a priority, make it something that's important to you. And when it's important to you, you'll make the time for it because you know how much it's going to impact you in your life, okay? The second thing is to have some kind of ritual or something that you do to help you unwind, whether that's a salt bath or the essential oil or the journaling, at least to turn down the lights and turn off the electronics as much as possible. Or even if it's just to like lay in bed for a little bit and put the phone away and have pillow talk with your partner, you know, like having that to unwind is super important. Please don't go from like running around cleaning the kitchen and doing laundry to getting into bed and thinking you're gonna fall asleep. It's just not gonna happen. You might, and then you're gonna wake up again, right? And then the third thing is essential oils. Game changer. Game changer. So if you haven't tried these things yet, I promise you that they're going to make a really, really big difference if you try them. Okay, Kim asked, did you touch on why it's spiritual, REM or dreaming? Yeah, it's a spiritual practice because when we're in a state of sleep, it's because our ego is quiet. Our ego is quiet, okay? And it's our subconscious that is able to kind of like relax. And so it's spiritual because ego really is edging God out, and we want to be able to connect with God in the universe way, way better, okay? And when we're freaking out and we're worried and we're in the state of fear, that's just the ego coming through. And when you're able to give yourself like full permission to prepare yourself for sleep and going to sleep and sleeping throughout the night, that is purely a spiritual practice. It really, truly is. And you guys, this equals Zen. This is my equal sign. Tammy says, keeping my room spotless. Yes, that's so important. So important. Turning down my covers, diffusing an hour before I go to bed, and an oil on my feet has done wonders for me. Big game changer, huge game changer. I gotta get you DIY spray combo for my pillows. That sounds fabulous. How do I make it? I will put it into our oil group, Tammy. I'll put it into our oil group. And actually, you guys, if you want to learn about the specific oil blends that I'm using for sleep and that I recommend, just drop a 2. Drop a 2 below if you made it all the way to the end, and I will allow you into my private Facebook group on essential oils where you can watch a video on those oils specifically. So drop a 2 if you want to learn more about that, and then I will add you over to the group and tag you in that video so you can learn specifically about that, and then I'll also make sure you get that DIY spray combo too, okay? So you guys, I also want to mention that for the month of November, I am hosting a marathon of live stream videos. So every day in November, I'm going to be doing a live stream video right here on this page. So if you don't like my page yet, like it. If you're not like if you don't have signed up, if you don't have the notifications for when I'm live, make sure to sign up for that. You can just go onto the page and I will put you over there. Oh, hey Beth, I will reach out to you when I get off of this video and add you to the group, okay babe? But yeah, so it's called 30 Days to Zen. 30 Days to Zen, yay! So every day I'm gonna be coming on here, and I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll do it for you guys. And I will be giving you tons of value on all the things you can do to live a more Zen life, which is why we're all here. Just give you the tools. I'm so excited. And if you're excited too, give me a thumbs up, tag a friend if you have someone or a family member who's really struggling with sleep, and let them know. This is like, we need to let people know about this because this is like a sleep epidemic. It really is. There's a lot of studies out there that are showing how big of a problem it is that people aren't sleeping and that they're allowing their stress to come in. And then if they do fall asleep and they're waking up at night and this is impacting the workforce, it's impacting our relationships, it's impacting our health. It's like, it's a really big deal. And we have solutions, like natural ones. You don't have to go knock yourself out with, you know, anything. There's natural things that you can do. It's just, it requires intention and making it a priority. You need to be your own priority, your biggest priority, and your main priority, because when you do that, you can better show up for everyone in your life, okay? So remember, you guys, you're worthy, love yourself. I will see you back very, very soon, and thank you for joining me.